Hi everyone, this is Tianyi from Coffee Chat Classroom. Today we are going to talk about a very interesting and important topic about relocation after you receive your first offer. And then we will have Peter, who dialed in from UK to join us and discuss this very important and interesting topic with you all. Hi Peter.
Hi Tianyi, thanks for having me.
Here's the agenda for today. As usual, I will walk you through what is Coffee Chat and what do we do.
Coffee Chat is a small group of volunteers who have experience in HR and recruitment in Japan. We provide free career counseling service to students whose offer and careers got impacted by COVID-19. Coffee Chat Classroom answers the most common questions we receive in our mentor sessions. We summarize the challenges and answer them in 5 to 10 minutes in an online classroom-like setting. If you have other questions that you want us to answer during the online classroom session, please do feel free to submit your asks over our webpage, coffeechatforyou.com. We look forward to hearing from more students out there.
I will pass it to you now. Could you please just briefly introduce yourself to us?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Tianyi. Hi everyone, my name is Li Chen Pan and my English name is Peter. I was born in China and moved to Japan since 2006 till 2016 until I moved to London for my relocation. During my 10 years in Japan, I've been through high school, university and also full-time jobs. And then I'm happy to share my experiences to whomever relevant today.
Cool. Yeah, I remember the first time when I met Peter as just because our experience just very alike with each other and that we almost walked through the same experience. Such great 10 years together.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you're in London.
Yeah, absolutely.
So along our sessions with the students, there are a very popular question about relocation. And then there are so many people who are asking me about how to actually manage to move to a different country after you get a job. I know that you received your first offer here in Tokyo, and then now you successfully managed to relocate to UK. So could you just, briefly introduce your experience as the new grad looking for a job here in Japan?
Yeah, sure. Just like everyone else, job hunting is not easy. It's a long journey for myself to understand what is me, what is my selling points, what is my motivations, my dreams and goals, as well as a journey to figure out my own specialties, what is the differences to the other job candidates. And lastly, it is a very important experiences for me to find the right role and places that matches not just myself, but also on the company side, then happy to find a job like this.
Mm-hmm. Do you actually foresee yourself, in several years that you're going to work in UK? Do you have like a plan beforehand?
I would say yes, pretty much. That was the goal of mine ever since I was a kid. And then I've always wanted to work in overseas and exposed to different languages, cultures. So that was always something I wanted to do. So by graduating, I had in mind in 1 year time, I'd love to, move overseas and then work in a different country. So yeah, I would say
It won't be a surprise to me because you're always a very proactive student in the university. Yeah, so the second question is actually very relevant to planning. So there are students asking, like, how did you actually make a career plan to plan out your path and to manage to relocate to a different country?
Okay, sure. So I guess in terms of relocation to other countries, as I said, it was a goal since the start of my job hunting. While back in the uni, I've been consciously working towards it through my daily works during the job hunting, as well as during my first full-time job in Tokyo. So that includes delivering the results in the local region while you're doing your job, as well as building overlapped connections, opportunities, chances to the region that you're interested in. And also sometimes you have to set up new initiatives that's benefit for not just your region, but also the region that you're interested in to, and then give some constructive feedbacks, which I guess at the end has led to my own relocation to London.
Will you have like a certain process or proper steps that you like to suggest to students? Any tips?
Yeah, sure. So in terms of making plans, my tips would be regularly review of what you enjoy, what you want to achieve through your career, because things can change very quickly. I've never really thought I would come along this way where I am right now many times. So that's the first point. The second point will be understand where your passion's being, as well as where's your uniqueness. That's the different point to the others. Because that, when it comes to interviews, that's the things that whoever the hiring managers will be looking towards. Why should I hire you? Why are you different to the others? And lastly, again, building up your own connections, your role models sometimes, as well as your mentors, that way you can work with through the long journey to achieve the goal you want.
I know that finding your uniqueness is something that a lot of students is actually struggling right now, as they just oversee their uniqueness in themselves. And then when you were a student, how you will be able to actually manage to find that? And then do you have any suggestions to those students? Just pure out my curiosity. I know that's not a question listed.
Yeah, that's fine. In terms of finding my own uniqueness, what I did as an exercise during the university is, in Japan, is a very popular exercise actually. It's called 自己紹介、他己紹介. So basically, it's like self-introduction, but also 他己紹介 means letting others to introduce you. I.e., for example, I'm a good friend with Tianyi for long years, for long time. I would ask Tianyi her first impression of me, as well as her current impressions of me, of what kind of type of person I am, what is the specialties that I've got, etc. So I've been working through that process with many of my friends, and thankfully they gave me all these feedbacks, which I then narrowed down to various keywords, which I find out, I guess for me, languages, different cultures is always something I've had the passion towards, and then also I've always been interested in something towards the technology. So me, I had a very clear 3 goals: languages, towards technologies, and also working overseas. So I was looking for a job that can let me relocate to somewhere else, but also I can use my different languages I speak, and learn something around technologies. So when it comes down to these 3 points, there are not many jobs in Japan that allows you to do so. Yeah, that was how I was, finding my own uniqueness, as well as finding the right jobs for me.
Cool, that's very helpful. To be honest, I'm pretty shocked that you didn't really ask me for 他己紹介 at that time. No. But I think that's a really good point to a lot of new graduate students in front of the screen right now. I hope that you find those tips very helpful, because I do. And also, there are more episodes coming in July. I would like to see you in our next episode as well. But last but not least, thank you, Peter, for spending your time with us. And it's very nice to be connected again.
Yes, indeed. Thanks, Tianyi, for having me, and thanks for listening.
Thank you. Bye. See you next time.
Thank you. Goodbye.